Hello everyone. Before we start today's video, I'd like to show you a bird we bred last year and who'll be racing this year. He is a black pied pigeon, and you might remember seeing him as a baby in some older videos. I'd just like to explain how we can tell that he really is a black pied bird and not a black tiger grizzle, because sometimes people confuse these colours. To start with, we know it is impossible for him to be a grizzle because neither of his parents were grizzles. His father was this beautiful recessive opal, and his mother is this black hen. As grizzle is a dominant gene, any grizzle must have at least one grizzle parent. But let's take a look at the bird for some more proof. Look at where his white feathers are. He has a white patch on his chest, white flight feathers, and a few other white spots on his face and body. Compare this to what we know about tiger grizzle. Tiger grizzle typically does not impact the flight feathers, so these feathers should be black and not white if he were a tiger. Tiger grizzle usually also whitens the head a lot more than has happened here. So looking at all this evidence, we can be quite confident that his white is caused by a pied gene and not grizzle. His nestmate is also a very attractive pigeon. She is a recessive opal. These two birds, obviously, are from my Spread Recessive Opal project and will be racing in 2020. Unfortunately, I'm not racing them this year. I live in Sydney, Australia, so finding an affordable place to race pigeons from isn't easy, but hopefully we can find a place in the next year or so and set up the race loft again. Anyway, let's go outside and look at the pigeons. We have some good news and some bad news up here in the Barless project. Good news is we actually have a baby. I'll get him out in a second so you can have a look. She's not going to be happy about it, but I will get him out. The bad news is there is only one baby. It is winter here in Australia, and we had quite a big storm just a few days after these eggs were laid. And unfortunately one of the eggs didn't survive the storm. So there is only one baby, which is a bit of a shame. If there was two, I was actually planning on sending one of the babies over to Kurt at Maney Lofts so he can use it in his Barless project. But unfortunately there is only one, so I'll be keeping this one. Anyway, I'll get him out and we can have a quick look. He's about a week old now, and I'm very happy with this baby. He's being looked after very well by his parents. And you can see it looks like he is actually going to be a blue baby, hopefully a dark checker. He had a red father, so there was a 50% chance he would come out red, which wasn't too much of a problem. It could easily be bred out in the project. But it actually looks like I'm not going to have to worry about that because he appears to be a blue baby. Probably get his ring on him in another day or two. And I'm really happy that we finally are getting somewhere in our Barless project. And in just a few more days I'm actually expecting these eggs to hatch as well. Our tiger grizzle paired up to our black cock who carries the brown base colour gene. So there is a chance we might even get a brown tiger grizzle out of this pair, which will be quite exciting. Hopefully the storm we had that killed off one of our Barless eggs hasn't impacted these guys too much. I checked them a while ago and it looks like they're both okay. So hopefully in another day or two we'll have some healthy babies in this box as well. And our other tiger grizzle pair I've actually moved into this box. This is the box where the black and the opal pair were originally. This pair did lay in their other box, but she only laid one egg and it didn't end up in the box. This hen is a bit of a pain. She always gives me trouble when we're trying to breed out of her. And the only reason we keep trying is because she was a champion racing hen. She was first bred to the loft 4 or 5 times, and she had quite good results. She was in the top 10 of the Federation most of the times that she came home first to the loft. So it will be good to get her genetics into our colour projects. This is a very nice tiger grizzle, so hopefully it's not too long until we have some babies out of him as well. After these few pairs finish breeding, I'm going to probably do some modifications with this little setup. Some of the boxes are a bit too small, I think, and a few of them get a bit wet when it rains. So there might be a few less pigeons here whilst I'm waiting for these pairs to finish up, until I can do a bit of work on the boxes and make them a bit more suitable. Until hopefully we can get to a bigger place and keep a few more pigeons. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribed, and I'll catch you guys next time.